Well, in just a few minutes, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is expected to hold a joint press conference with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on the latest developments in the Israel-Hamas war.
This comes as the Prime Minister has agreed to form a small war cabinet with an opposition party as part of an emergency unity government.
Benjamin Netanyahu's defense minister vowed to wipe the Palestinian militant group, quote, off the face of the earth. On Saturday, the group invaded Israel from the Gaza Strip in that surprise assault, killed 1,200 people. Israel responded with a massive bombardment of Gaza.
So far, more than 2,000 people are dead and thousands of others injured. And this morning, we also know 22 Americans are dead from those attacks. And as the war grows more intense, Hoosiers with loved ones in Israel and Gaza are certainly worried and watching from afar.
Families now believe that a peaceful end does seem further and further away now. Gina Glaros talked to one Hoosier native who's lost loved ones in the war already. Good morning, Gina.
Yeah, good morning to you, Julia. And Julia, very scary, feeling helpless this morning. As you can imagine, many Hoosiers are watching from thousands of miles away. This video was taken over in Gaza by family members of Indiana native Mohammed Amohamos over the weekend. Ohamos says 2 of his cousins died as a result of this war. His family members telling him neighboring homes have been reduced to rubble from Israeli airstrikes.
And they're all currently holed up in one hallway in hopes that if they have gotten hit by an airstrike that, they die together.
Very scary. He says the bombing is almost constant. He was born and raised in Fishers, but both of his parents are Palestinians from Gaza. Now ahead at 6:30, you're going to hear from a Butler graduate who describes silence on the streets of Jerusalem only to be broken up by airstrikes. We just continue to hear these stories with local ties from thousands of miles away.
It's just heartbreaking the more that comes out from this. Thank you, Gina.
Well, this morning, we have to tell you this morning that the theology student at Notre Dame is worried about his family back home in Gaza. He condemns the violence against civilians, but says Palestinians are desperate. According to the UN, prior to the recent violence, 95% of the water in Gaza is considered undrinkable, and 65% of the population is unemployed. Since the war began, Israel has cut off power, food, water, and medical supplies to Gaza. The student says he believes most Palestinians aren't aligned with Hamas.
Military resistance is one form of resistance. For me, I do not condone the senseless killing of civilians, of Israelis. But the vast majority of Palestinian resistance of the occupation has been nonviolent, but we don't hear about this here in the U.S. We only hear about what Hamas is doing.
Right now, nearly 300,000 people have been displaced in Gaza.
Later today, there will be a rally on Monument Circle for the Palestinian people. It's being put on by the Party for Socialism and Liberation. It's a group at Butler University. This starts at 5:30. It'll be downtown on the Circle. We are following all these developments very closely in this conflict, but you can find a lot of our conversations with Hoosiers here who have ties to those that are caught in the war zone posted right now at WTHR.com.